Hello everybody! Today we will be reviewing the LEGO Tiny Plants set number 10329. These Tiny Plants icon set has 758 pieces split amongst 9 different plants and retails for $49.99. Taking a look at the box art here, you can see the 9 plants on the front of the box. We see the botanical collection, tiny plants. Each pot for the plant has a different style. Some of them use the little barrels as the base, and some of them you build from different Technic pieces and put them all together. There's 3 different styles of pots, and each stage has a small, medium, and large pot. Looking at the back of the box here, you can see they look very well on a shelf or individually by themselves. In general, they just look really, really good. So the box, I think it looks really nice and sleek and does a great job of showing off the flowers. Showing off the booklet here, opening up to the first page that talks a little bit about the designer, Theo Bonner. On the second page, we have the 3 different flowers you build, the lace leaf, the false shamrock, and the jade plant. And you can see that they're built in different stages on the first and second bags there. There are 3 different instruction booklets for this set. The second one has the Venus flytrap, the red sundew, and the yellow pitcher plant. The last booklet has the Britain's Live Forever cactus, the Eastern prickly pear, and the pincushion cactus. All 3 booklets make up the 9 plants within the Icons Botanical Collection Tiny Plant set. Starting with the false shamrock, we have this little tiny set here with the little purple butterflies making the flowers. It's pretty simple. It spins around the little center Technic piece, and it comes apart into 2 separate pieces. You have the little crowns, the crow's nest that makes up the bottom of the barrel, and then the top that comes together nicely. For the jade plant, we have little berets, or little hats as the leaves. Kind of looks like a bonsai tree, but it's not really. The different pot is built with a couple of system pieces and Technic pieces and comes together quite nicely. The lace leaf, this one's very colorful. There's a lot of different intricate details here. I really like the little use of the horns, I don't know what you call them really, and then the little clamshells for the leaves or for the petals of the flower. I like that there's ladybugs within this set, and it just gives the whole plant a very big, nice pop of color. The yellow and the stems look really nice, and the green, and together they all have 3 different styles of builds, but they look really nice and all give a different pop of color. These builds are all super easy, and they look very nice on a shelf by themselves. Moving on to the second stage, we start with the Venus flytrap again. The pot is similar to the one that was used on the false shamrock. I really like the way that the clamps come together to make that little opening of the Venus flytrap. They're like little slime bucket pieces or like a paint bucket piece. I like the leaf element also used on this one and the hinge piece to create that. Moving on to the red sundew, I really like how the plants are actually hairbrushes, and then the tips of the flower are actually shoulder pads colored in pink, and it looks a little funky that it's this dark red and then a red flower and then the pink on top, but I think it came together nice. Lastly, we have the yellow pitcher plant, which uses some helmets as the cup of the flower. The colors all fade from a dark green to a medium to a light green here in the center with transparent studs that are upside down in the helmet. I really like the use of the different types of pieces within this set. These steps in particular for sure use some very outlandish style pieces, and they look really nice. Moving on to the last stage, we have the Britain's Live Forever, which has really nice purple plants, or the flower pieces that are upside down, followed by some 1x2 modified like studs, and then the blue flower with the like turquoise looking flower stud on top. Again, that one uses the crow's nest as the pot. Moving on to the Eastern prickly pear. This one's a little bit more flat, and the rest of them are all kind of 3D, but this one has some print pieces on the front. I really like the bunk cake for the yellow used on the flower of this plant. It's a little bit underwhelming, this one, because it has the open, like, tiled back, whereas the rest of them are more 3D style like, but this one's still pretty cool that it has a print piece and the yellow flower on it. Lastly, we have the pincushion cactus, and I think this one was probably my favorite plant within all of the 9 tiny plants. It's just very detailed. I love the color, the gold studs used on the edges of the cactus. The prickly pear prickly pear. The pin cushions are really cool. I like the way that they demonstrate the spikiness of the cactus. Here you can see the insides of it. It's like Technic and system based to kind of put the pot together, and that was used in all of the pots that weren't the crow's nest style. They're just a little bit bigger on these bigger style plants, but in general this one was probably my favorite just because of the color and the techniques used to put it together. So this is all 9 of the plants together. They look really, really cool. I think that there's a great opportunity here to pair these up by themselves on a shelf or along with some other botanical collection sets. They can fit on any shelf in any room and stand out almost like it's a conservatory in your own space and give a really wonderful splash of color to any room. I would definitely consider these a display set, but I definitely learned a thing or two during the build, and they're not too repetitive. Actually had a really fun build process for a botanical set. Sometimes the flowers can get kind of repetitive and boring and always look good in the end, but I think these have a good process and look good. So yeah, this is my review on the Lego Tiny Plants. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please remember to hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.